Welcome back to another episode of GameStop's All In. My name is Good Game Bro, and today we're going to chat about Madden 22 and all the big upgrades on the field. If we're being honest, the Madden series has been at the forefront of criticism in recent years. They're the only licensed NFL product on the market, and when that's the case, you're bound to have more scrutiny than usual. We even saw the hashtag #FixMaddenFranchise trend all through Twitter because people were generally frustrated with what they felt were the lack of updates in franchise mode. With all that being said, can Madden 22 deliver? From a franchise mode perspective, EA Sports is bringing the largest update we've seen to that mode in nearly a decade. Along with the features that we're about to discuss as well, EA Sports is bringing live updates to the franchise mode throughout the year with major updates to make that mode even better than what it will be at launch. In franchise mode, you'll now have full staff management. As you manage your coaching staff, you'll earn staff points that allow you to upgrade your coaching crew's specialized talent trees. Your coaches and their skill set actually matter for the first time in a long time in Madden's franchise mode, and they'll impact your play and development of your team. You'll have the ability to be in charge of practice reps, develop weekly strategies to counter your opponent's strengths, and fully integrate your strategies into your weekly play calling. The beauty of all these enhancements as well is that you can go as in-depth or as light as you want to. It's really up to you. If you have extra time on your hands and want to go deep into a feature, you can do so, but if you don't have a ton of time and just sort of need to get about it quickly, you're not really penalized for doing so. The season engine returns with post-game press conferences and scenarios that might throw you for a loop. Want an example? Well, imagine you're the Chicago Bears and your star player on defense, Khalil Mack, comes to you and says, "Hey coach, I'm thinking about retiring. Can you sway him to stay with the roster, or are you ready just to burn it all down and tell him to retire?" I wouldn't advise that, but that's up to you. These are the little and honestly crazy moments that really help your franchise become memorable. Based on the franchise, Madden 22's Superstar Career Mode is also back this year with the ability to play as a new position. You're still able to play as a quarterback, running back, or wide receiver, but rather than having to go through 2 hours of a story, you can just select to be one of those positions from the jump. New this year, however, is the ability to play as a linebacker. You'll kick off your journey as a college player looking to make a name for yourself by the time the NFL draft comes along, but it's up to you to ensure your rookie season sets you up for long-term NFL success. When you're actually on the field, though, there's a couple of noticeable updates that'll really change how the game is played. New this year is Dynamic Game Day, which gives you a tug-of-war style meter based around momentum. The team gains momentum through big plays in the field. They'll start to receive team-wide effects that vary between boosting a team's performance or providing additional challenges to overcome throughout the game. You'll also see home field advantage come into play as well this year. Playing in Denver, the Mile High City, might see your team having lower stamina reserves if you're the visiting team. If you travel to Seattle, playing against the Seahawks will make it harder to see the play yard because the Seattle's crowd is crazy loud. One of the other major updates coming to next gen is star-driven AI gameplay. EA Sports will leverage their next-gen stats mechanic to drive AI behaviors and tendencies at both a player and team level. How a player plays under pressure, their likelihood of scrambling or play within the pocket, taking a gamble on an interception versus deflection, and so much more will be accurately captured and updated throughout the season for your roster. If you're like me and you're always trying to break someone's ankles in the field, well, there's some big adjustments coming to the ball carrier controls as well. You'll now have variants for the different ball carrier moves based on if you're holding the right trigger or R2 or letting off of it. So your jukes, your dead legs, and your spin moves, they have some variation to them this year. Tackling, blocking, and defensive AI, especially around coverages, have all been significantly adjusted this season to feel smarter and leverage the game's increased movement as well. Whether you're ready to dive deep into franchise mode or jump straight into Ultimate Team and try to dominate your opponents online, there are significant upgrades across the board in Madden 22. You can pick up Madden 22 on the Xbox or PlayStation family of consoles at your local GameStop or GameStop.com. That's all I've got for you today, but thanks a lot for watching. You can catch me on Facebook Gaming or find me on YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter by searching for Good Game Bro. Stay tuned for more All In.